What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Hardcore Survival. This is episode 6 and I have major plans for this episode. One of the major things that I want to do in this episode is fight the Ender Dragon, because I feel that we're getting a little bit higher up in the world, enough that we can go ahead and fight it. Of course, there's still a few things that we need to do to get prepared for that, like getting a bow, getting feather falling, and getting more Ender Pearls, because we just have one. But let's start off by crafting a bow and then getting some lapis. Also, I did a little bit of AFKing at the iron farm, and let's say we got a good amount of iron now. So now with this bow and the lapis, let's see what we're going to get. And it looks like we're getting flame. So unfortunately, that's not really going to help us with fighting the dragon, but flame is always still a good enchant to put on your bow. So we're going to go ahead and do this, and it looks like we're also going to be getting power 4. I'm not too worried about the power because we have our mending villager, which is also selling power 5 books. So then because we have 33 levels, let's go ahead and try to do this again. And it looks like we're only getting power 3, so we're going to re-roll this. Now we're getting flame again, so I'm going to re-roll it. I'm going to try to get infinity. Even though technically we have so many arrows, it's still nice to have that infinity. Looks like it's going to be another power 4, but we have to do this because we're on level 30. So let's hope we get infinity on this, and we didn't. That's okay, though, because we still have plenty of arrows. Plus, we could still get more experience if we needed. But just because we had enough string to craft another bow, let's just see. It looks like we're just going to be getting on breaking 3, in which we can just combine these two and get a pretty decent bow. Let's see, 9 or 11. We'll do the 9. So we now have an unbreaking 3, power 5, and flame bow. The power 5 is going to be the main thing that's going to be killing the Ender Dragon, but also having the use of infinity would be very useful as well. But we have plenty of arrows, and I don't think we'll actually need infinity for the Ender Dragon fight today. But the reasoning behind us having so many levels at the start of the episode is because I took a little bit of time in between episodes, and I just kept on trading with these guys. And I ended up getting to up about level 36. As well, we now have 59 blocks of emeralds, which means that we can do tons of trading now. What I've also done is I went ahead and made a whole bunch of more splash potions of weakness, as well as more golden apples. So because to get all of the enchantments that we're going to need, like feather falling and unbreaking, and I also want to get silk touch to replace this fortune on the shovel, we're going to need more villagers. And with those villagers, we're going to need to cure them. So that's why we have all that. So for the start of today's episode, what we're going to be doing is trying to get some good villagers. All right, let's get our first villager going, and I'm thinking that we may try to get some feather falling first. So, something like this really intrigues me because Aqua Affinity we don't have on our helmet. It's actually the only helmet exclusive enchantment that we don't have. I think we're going to grab this one and send this librarian up to the trading hall. And there we go, we now have an Aqua Affinity book. This guy is locked in. Let's get him over there to be killed, and then we'll send him up. All right, flick the lever, hide behind the corner, and then he should turn over and start killing the villager. And there we go. Now we kind of just give him a little nudge away. Forgot to do that. And, for now, going back in there will be fine. And then we just need to reroute the track towards the trading hall, and then throw him a weakness potion and cure him. While that guy works away on becoming a normal villager, let's start with the next one. All right, first one is Sweeping Edge 2. You see, if that was Sweeping Edge 3, I would go for that. Okay, so we have Feather Falling 4, and it's only for 19 as well. That is a steal. We're going to grab that, and we now have the ability to fall from structures without taking too much damage. All right, and before we send this guy to go get cured, we'll do the next one. That way we don't have to waste weakness potions on just doing one apiece. Because when they're over there, we can splash both at the same time. And it looks like we are now getting infinity as well, so we will also purchase this one. That way we can now shoot our bow infinitely. Click this down, and now we can splash both villagers and then cure. All right, while we're waiting for all of these, let's get one more in here, and let's try to go for an unbreaking or a silk touch with this guy. All right, we got protection 4 on this guy, and I think we'll do that one. And it looks like our Aqua Affinity villager has cured, so let's go ahead and get him up to the trading hall. All right, Aqua Affinity villager has been placed. Okay, and it looks like these guys have also been cured, so let's get them both sent over there. All right, we got a silk touch. Looks like that is going to be what this next villager is. All right, next two, we have our protection and our silk touch. Let's get these guys cured. All right, splash potion of weakness, and then the golden apples. While we're waiting for those villagers to get cured, we can come up here and put some of these books onto our armor. For example, we can get our boots and then put the feather falling on that. Next, we can take our helmet and then put the Aqua Affinity book on it. And then the only other thing that we're going to want to get is some unbreaking, so then we can put that on the chest plate and the leggings. But what we can do is put this Protection 4 book on our chest plate. And then finally, we can put the Infinity book on our bow. So I came over here to get some more bookshelves to make some more lecterns, and it looks like this librarian that is selling at Infinity is also giving us Silk Touch. So unfortunately, you're gonna have to go let our Silk Touch villager meet its demise. Alright, made the death machine. Let's get this guy in there. Sorry, dude. I'm sorry. And it looks like that lava was too high because it did make these trades go up a little bit, but not too bad. All right, got the protection 4 in here. Now we will be getting Unbreaking on this guy, I know it. All right, we just got Unbreaking 3, which is very good because we can now use the Unbreaking 3 for some things on our armor. And when we get an Elytra eventually, we're definitely going to need Unbreaking on that. So unfortunately, I broke the lectern before I traded with him, which means we lost the Unbreaking 3. So now we got to sit here and do this again. All right, we got Unbreaking 3, so now we are ready to go and put all of this on our armor, combining with the mending book. Okay, so we are going to need to buy 4 mending books, 1 for each armor piece. And then we're only going to need to buy 2 Unbreaking books because that's all we really need for the chestplate and the leggings. So since this chestplate only has prop 4 on it, what we're going to do first is combine these books to make the end result a little bit less. And then we'll do the same thing for the leggings. And then for the helmet and the boots, we are just going to put the mending book right on it. We are now down to level 3, but we should be fine. So now I'm going to head over to the skeleton farm so we can repair all of our armor. And I'm also bringing an extra Unbreaking book and an extra mending book so then we can put that on our sword so that our sword can be almost maxed out. All right, I got the Unbreaking 3 and mending on our sword. Now what we need to do is get some more ender pearls because as you see, we only have 1. And I would have gone and done some piglin bartering, but we only have 6 gold. So what we're going to do instead is go into the nether, into the warped forest biome, and kill some endermen there. And now that we do have feather falling 4, technically we could probably survive if falling. I'm still going to take the staircase down. All right, now that we're here, let's just make a little hole in the side where we can be safe because endermen can't fit in these areas. And now we just kind of start looking at some endermen and coming down here and just hitting them. And as you see, they can't hit us. All right, first ender pearl. Alright, 14 ender pearls should be plenty, but as I was collecting all these ender pearls, I've also been collecting gold. And since we're right next to the bastion, maybe we can go in it. So let me just try to get a little bit more gold, because I think the best thing to replace our armor would probably be leggings, because we don't want to replace the helmet because we can't lose our fire protection because we're in the nether, and then having extra things of protection will be very beneficial. As for blast protection, we don't really need that in the nether. All right, just craft some leggings, and now let's try to get into this bastion. Probably the best way of tackling this is going to be going right into this little middle section, which is covered in lava, and going into one of these side rooms. And I believe it's this side is the one that has all of the treasures, in which it is. However, there are piglin brutes here, and those guys will pack a punch. And right there's a piglin brute, so I just want to try to kill him. That way we don't have to deal with these guys. Ooh, hello. Okay, there's a chest over there that I think we're going to try to make our way to. As for these, we're just going to block off any way that a piglin will be able to see us. That way they will not try to gain any aggression on us. Alright, and our first one has our first piece of netherite scrap, as well as some obsidian and some gold. As for that, I don't think we're going to be taking anything else. Maybe we'll take the gilded blackstone as well. And then just breaking the chest, that way we don't get baited. Now we just gotta get into the middle. First we gotta break both of the magma cube spawners. Is there only one though? I think there might be only one in this one. And then just double check and make sure there's no more brutes left in here, which I don't think there is any. And then we'll try to get down into this section and then quickly block it off. Alright, this is probably going to be the best we're going to get. I can't really break the gold to get more blocks, and I don't think we can break too much of this flooring without lava coming in. Alright, let's see what's in our treasury chest. It looks like we got our second enchanted golden apple. Unfortunately, we had to use our first one to save ourselves, but we can now pretty much safely fall into lava again and not have to worry. I am going to take all the stuff out of here because this is 2 extra diamond helmets just in case we ever need them. But I will also be taking this gold because gold is very useful when it comes to powered rails. All right, we got another chest back here, and it looks like we got our first ancient debris, as well as another iron block and some magma cream. Everything else in here is I don't really need. All right, but as when it comes to chests, I think this side is completely cleared out. Now let's go ahead and check the other side and see if there's any chests over here. First of all, there's 2 brutes up there. Let's take care of those guys first. Also one right on that stair that we can try to get. All right, we got some chests up here, which is gonna have some crying obsidian. We have a snout banner pattern. We got some golden carrots, another gold block, some more obsidian, and another block of iron. All right, now higher up we go, because I think that there's one more treasure room, if I'm not mistaken. In which I might be, because it looks like this section may be cut in half, not unless it's over here somewhere. All right, we got a double chest down here, so let's see what we got. We got a Soul Speed 3 book. That's gonna be very good to put on our leggings, or sorry, put on our boots. But as of everything else in here, we don't really need, because the bone blocks we can craft from the skeleton farm. We don't really need many more gold nuggets. The same thing with iron. Plus we have plenty of arrows, and this is just a Soul Speed 2 book. All right, but I think that's it when it comes to this bastion. So now let's head back to the base. All right, now being back at the base, we now have 17 ender pearls, which to be honest, it should be plenty. But next we need to start making some potions. And for these potions, we're going to need these, the phantom membranes. You get these by killing the phantoms that come out after you don't sleep for 3 nights. To make these potions, we're going to start off with another word to turn them into awkward potions. Next, we need to put in a phantom membrane, and what this is going to do is going to turn the potion into a slow falling potion. And then finally, we're going to put a redstone dust in there to make these last a little bit longer than only 1.5 minutes. And now we have 3 potions of slow falling that are 4 minutes apiece. Now we're going to go ahead and do this 2 more times. All right, now that we got these slow falling potions, just to save inventory space, we're going to put them inside of the ender chest. And then we're going to need to craft up our eyes of ender. Getting 16 should be plenty, as some of them will probably break on our way there. And then just to be safe, I'm going to put 12 eyes of ender in our end chest, just in case. I'll also bring our last 3 blaze rods, just in case we run out of all of our ender eyes and we can't light the portal once we get there. And the only other thing that we're going to be bringing is just some stone. That way, if we ever need to make any pillars to shoot out some crystals, we can. And actually, before we go, let's grab some obsidian as well as our flint and steel. That way we can make a portal over there so we can get over to the stronghold easier. All right, let's break the end chest and let's make our way over there. All right, well, let's go ahead and throw our first eye of ender, and it seems like it's going to be in the direction of the flower forest. Now, we're not going to take the horse with us just because we're going to have our spawn be back over here. That way, when we come back through the portal, we'll be back at base. So now let's just get running in this direction. All right, now that we're in the desert, let's throw our second one, and it's still in this direction. Please don't break, please don't break, please don't break, and it broke. All right, let's throw another one, and it's still going in this direction, so we got to go across the ocean. All right, made it to the other side of the ocean, and let's just see it's still in this direction too. And it's back the other way. Oh, that just went into the ground, and it still went a little bit this way. So we'll see where that comes up. There it is. All right, so it should be directly below here. Oh, here we go. We got a little bit of stone bricks, which means, yeah, here we are. Here is the stronghold. All right, well, I didn't bring anything to light this place up, so we're going to have to fight mobs throughout this place. Looks like we got our first chest right here, though, and it's not that good. Looks like we got the library right here, but it's in the middle of a ravine. All right, check the first chest. We got a Power 4 Smite 4 and a Sharpness 3 Silk Touch. Not too bad. I will take these books, though. All right, next up we got an Aqua Affinity book. I will take it, although we do have a villager for it. It's still an extra book to have. All right, we found the portal, and it looks like it's going to be taking 11, so let's go ahead and put those 2 in, and then we'll put the final ones in. Gonna make sure we have everything ready, and before we do that, I will go ahead and put the portal in here, as well as take a screenshot of the coordinates and get all the blocks ready that we're gonna need. All right, but I think we're ready, so let's light this portal and go into the end. All right, and here we are. We have a little bit of a, oh, never mind. I was gonna say we were in a fully enclosed room, but we're not exactly. All right, let's try to get up there. I'm not exactly curing the dragon yet, but the boss bar is up there, and there he is. All right, let's try to instantly start getting some of these crystals down. Something I didn't bring is a carved pumpkin, but we should be fine. And it looks like our 2 caged ones are right next to each other. So let's start off with these. There's a little strategy that you can use, and that is to do exactly what I did. You can shoot the bow right in that little corner where my crosshair is, and it's just enough that you can hit the bottom and we're in the end stuff. Before I forget as well, let's take a slow falling potion, and we also got some dragon's breath. Pretty much the slow falling is just going to stop us if we get flung in the air from the dragon. It'll stop us from dying of fall damage. There's number 2. Number 3. Number Number 4. Number 5. Number 6, and that is exactly where we have slow falling. Let's go ahead and get number 7 right now. Try to get number 8 maybe. Nope. All right, now we got to pillar up because these other ones are a little bit higher. Number 8. Number 9. Number 10, and that should be all of them. And now we can start trying to kill this guy. He's coming in for the landing. Just gonna do this. All right, now we have to come in here and come over here and whack out his tail, even though for some reason we can't see the dragon. I think we can also do his head, so we can do that as well. And that is exactly why we have slow falling. Let's land on a pillar and then try to shoot this guy again. Oh, we have a friend. Yeah, looks like we got 2 friends. All right, try to get this dragon again. All right, here we go. This should be the last little run right here. And we did it. The Ender Dragon has been killed, and these guys are after me because I killed their leader. And now we can pick up all of this experience. I'm also going to prepare some tools while we're at it. All right, we got 66 levels, which is very good now. We can do a lot more enchants. And now we must take the egg. And you know what? Let's use a bed to pick it up. And there we go, the next generation. And now we jump back to the overworld. Ah, yes, the good old Minecraft credits. And it turns out we only used 1 slow falling potion for that, meaning it only took us about 4 or 5 minutes to fight the Ender Dragon. All right, now let's take those coordinates that we took before going into the end and making ourselves a portal up in our nether tunnels. All right, after doing the math, it came out to -2085. So now we got to dig all the way there. And it looks like we're starting off by going in this direction. And if you don't remember, this is the tunnel that we took to get to the jungle. But it seems like we are here, so I think we have to go in this direction. Yep. So now we have to dig this all the way down to about 5. All right, so right here, it is -2085. So we should be able to build up the portal right here. And then hopefully it will link up with the stronghold. And that was a success. And just as a temporary spot for this dragon egg to go, I'm going to bring it up here. And it looks like this is a 2 wide. This is going to be a little bit more difficult. You know what? We can put it right here. So simply what we're going to do is put a stair there with the dragon egg on top. Like I said, this is going to be a temporary spot until we can find the correct spot for the mega base. So our area could use a little bit of prettying up. I mean, like the path makes it look decent, but we still need to add a little bit more detail to this place. So let's jump into a time lapse and make this place look better. And before we do that, I'm actually going to go ahead and enchant a hoe just so we can get some efficiency 4 on here. And that's fine because we can put silk touch, unbreaking 3, and mending from our villagers. All right, now we can combine these and make a really good hoe that we can use to replace our shears. So now let's actually get into that time lapse. Okay, now our place is looking a little bit better when it comes to the nature side. I went ahead and I added in a few more trees, or just trees in general. Added this little bench here. I know this bench isn't the best. I tried a different design. I'm sure you saw in the time lapse and it just didn't really work. Of course, we got these little pebbles around with the coarse dirt, just kind of making it look like that the area's been walked down a little bit. I changed out this little dirt path for some more coarse dirt. That way it looks like you've like walked up to get sugarcane and everything. And then I've also added some boulders here and there. But now our area is looking a whole lot better. And I'm sorry if there's any lag when we're using shaders. My PC isn't the best. It'll be better eventually. Just for now, just gonna have to deal with it. I don't like it either. But for now, all of this foliage should work pretty well until we start expanding our village. Alright, but the next thing that we would have to do is go over and get ourselves an elytra. But I'm going to leave this off for the next episode. So I'm going to see you guys all in the next one. I hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.